Well, that final was so boring. This is what I was doing the entire time. What's up, everybody, to another episode of Far From Perfect podcast, where three guys from Toronto give you the hottest takes and the best takes and everything in between of the game that they love the most, football. Guys, the World Cup has finally ended. What a journey we've been on. But that final was terrible. It was so boring. It almost put us to sleep. But we're here to discuss all of it and give you a fun little game at the end. And we have the usual squad today. Anurup, my guy, how are you, man?
I'm doing great, man. I'm still recovering from the snooze fest. Thankfully, we all watched it together, and I'm still recovering from, Rio's hair. I still have his hair all over my body right now.
See that?
I haven't showered.
We're talking smack, bro. See?
Yeah, I am. There you go. I mean, yeah, I'm just looking forward to, our the pod and the best 11. Up to you.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Sal, what's up, man? How are you?
What's going on, boys? Look, I'm back. I'm not in Atlanta anymore.
Well, oh, snap, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
look,
crazy. Wow.
we're back where I belong.
I'm surprised you're not a rapper yet. Well, where's the trap music, bro? Where's the...
Oh, I had some lemon
Where's
pepper
the mix?
wings, baby. Had me feeling some type of way.
Man's a trapper now. All right, respect.
But you know what was not trapping Sunday afternoon was Argentina's midfield, because, oh my God. Let's talk about the game, boys. Let's talk about the game, because I don't know how much there is to talk about. I remember when we were watching this game, and to kind of recap the game for everyone that's tuning in that somehow missed the game, essentially Spain from kickoff dominated Argentina from the get-go, massive amounts of possession, controlling the ball. Argentina did not register one shot on target. At the end, Spain did get a winner from the substitute Ferran Torres and got their second World Cup. But I don't think anyone was necessarily surprised by the result. But I think what we were surprised by was how it happened. Because I think the scoreline doesn't even tell the full story on how dominant Spain was.
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of us predicted Spain to win, and I remember saying that the key players would be Paredes and Rodrigo de Paul. They made an impact, all right, but not on the pitch. They made an impact anywhere but the pitch. We'll get into that, but they were disgraceful. I can't believe the antics that they were pulling off. The fact that Paredes didn't get a red card is crazy, and the stuff he did after the game, I guess we'll get into that. But it was a complete demolition job. I think from start to finish, Spain were dominant. They let Rodri do his thing, another masterclass midfield performance. Him and Cucurella were just cooking. Pedro Porro was playing well. I think I can't pick a bad player from the Spanish team. They did have some sloppy mistakes at the start of the game. If you remember, they were just kind of chucking the ball. They just wanted to make it hard for themselves because the game was too easy, I guess. But I don't know what thoughts you have on it, Anurup. It was terrible. Yeah.
I mean, it was terrible, and but it was not even end to end, As I said, it was a snooze fest, and I'm still recovering from it. But when it comes to Argentina, before shitting on Argentina, I still want to pay respect to Emi Martinez. He was exceptional compared to the other players. But you can say Messi was just curtailed. So I kind of lost a little bit of respect for Messi after he was trying to, call
Snitch.
snitch on Cucurella. He's the goat.
He's the
But yeah, the better team deserved to win. They were constantly knocking at their doors. But you know what? We were nervy. We knew that Argentina just needed one chance. And they had some controversial decision. Again, we talk about the goal that was disallowed, which should never have been disallowed, But yeah, we'll get into those details as we progress.
When you talk about Argentina's performance, even at halftime, I think all of us were just kind of staring at each other thinking, no, they're still in it. Because I think we were just waiting for them to turn it on like they did against England, like they did against Egypt, like that last 20, 30 minutes where they just play at like a different pace. And Spain, I think, is the only team in the last 8 years of World Cup football to kind of figure out how to like contain that team. It's almost like you couldn't tell exactly what they were doing because it didn't seem like they were doing anything special. But I think it was just that composure. So let's talk about the game a little bit because it was a pretty tight deadlock, and it was kind of what we expected. Spain struggled to score. They struggled to create those opportunities in front of net. But they were dominating possession until a goal was disallowed. Arvin, do you want to recap us a little bit on what your initial reactions were? Because you were very animated when this went down. You had some things to say about Argentina, about, so walk us through what you were feeling in that moment.
Okay, this whole time I've been hesitant to say that there's a conspiracy to let Argentina win. The FIFA and the referees are on Argentina's side because I just don't want to believe it. I just don't want to believe that the game that I love so much, the tournament that we all watch religiously, we try to get out of work as much as we can, leave early to try and catch games. This beautiful tournament is being tainted by the organization that is FIFA and the referees. I didn't want to believe it until I saw this foul or non-foul. All right, listen. I'm okay. You know what? Jokes aside, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's rigged or there's corruption. Just to recap, what happened was I think this was in extra time. Argentina were already a man down. The ball goes into Marino, right? Marino has the slightest tap on his foot on Otamendi. This is almost the same foul that they let go when Salah didn't get fouled. It was the same. It was lighter. It wasn't even that hard of a touch. Otamendi clearly dove, right? He acted like it was a huge contact. He dove. Marino gets the ball, passes to Nico Williams. Nico Williams score. We're all celebrating because we think Spain got their winner. Yeah. They look at it and they're like, "That's a foul." And what I have to say about that is, okay, let me put it this way. I don't want to say there's a conspiracy and whatnot, but the threshold of what's a foul for Argentina is different compared to any other international team I've seen this entire tournament.
Yeah.
Sadly.
They are allowed to get away with stuff no other team gets away with in this tournament. I haven't seen another team play as physical as they do, push people around as much as they do, elbow people as much as they do, and get no calls. The fact that Enzo Fernandez got 2 yellows, those 2 fouls were terrible fouls.
Yep.
That second foul, literally, I forgot who the Spanish player was.
It was Cubarsí.
Yeah. It was Cubarsí. He flipped him. And finally the referee's like, I guess that's really a foul. I have to give this. Well, no shit. They still took time on that, and we were confused. We were like, is this a foul?
I thought it was going to get overturned, bro. If it got overturned...
Yeah.
Dude.
No way.
So, at some point, all this talk about is it rigged and whatnot, obviously I don't want to feed into that, but if people come and say that Argentina ref differently and they get away with stuff, nobody can dispute that after that foul. It was a disgrace, bro. The fact that they gave that a foul is an absolute joke. I'm glad that Argentina didn't go on to win because that would have been one of the most controversial calls in a World Cup final history. And that would have just fed into all the narratives about how Argentina bought the tournament, how it's rigged and things like that. I am so happy that it didn't happen and the deserved winners did get the title. Like, it wasn't Argentina who did it. But what a disgrace of a call, man. Absolute disgrace.
Like, sometimes I just wonder, like, why doesn't the same rule apply to Argentina, right? Because when we saw Egypt's game and we were, like, they got a VAR check after the goal was scored by Zico, and then it was there was a 20-second time gap, right? Like, the play went on and Zico went to score, and then they did a VAR check and disallowed the goal, right? And I don't even think that they did a VAR check after disallowing this Nico Williams goal, right? I mean, that's what they said. They said that there was a VAR check, but the referee didn't go down the to the monitor and see it. I might have missed it.
Yeah,
I don't recall seeing that, right? So my gripe is, why is the same rule not applicable? Right? You can call me whatever you want to call me, conspiracy theorist, but I think it's just unfair, and the disallowed goal was we all were just shocked. Our jaws were dropped. you know. But yeah, the second yellow that Enzo got, and the cheek of that guy, like he thought that he would get away with that, like he would go on, protest and probably get away with it. He like the first yellow card was a dissent. That's clearly a yellow card, and the second one he literally he gave a that was like a taekwondo kick to Kubarsi. Like he literally did a 360, and landed on his. He could have been injured.
Yeah.
The 19-year-old could have been
bad.
seriously injured, right? So and he I mean, I don't know what to say. Sometimes I feel it's just unfair.
It is unfair. I think that's the best way to put it. Like, I just want to give a basketball analogy. I got you, Sal. I don't mean to steal your name, but I got you. It's almost like, if you know who Draymond Green is, I think it's a perfect analogy. Draymond Green is known to be an extremely dirty player. He gets the most technical fouls and whatnot. So even the lesser fouls compared to his standards that he commits, sometimes the referees don't give it. But if any other player did those fouls, it's a foul.
Yep.
So I think what happened with Argentina is they've played this way this whole time. It's almost like if the referees start giving an accurate foul for everything Argentina does, there'll be like 8 people on the pitch. That's how they play. And they've set this standard of dirty play and physicality, but at some point you got to call the game the way it is. They can't get away with that stuff. Right? And especially that goal that was disallowed, I can't believe that was disallowed. For the softest foul, and he dove. That was a clear dive. Yep. He felt a slight touch, and he just falls to the ground. It's disgrace, bro.
That should become a meme, like his dive.
Mm-hmm. I was watching the game, and I feel like I was like quieter than usual because I just had this feeling in my chest that it's all the things you talked about, Arvin. It's they're being rewarded constantly for playing the game the wrong way. And it feels like at some point, shouldn't it catch up to them? But it felt like it never would because they always kept getting out. They always got the get out of jail free card, and they always got that last minute winner. And I just had that feeling that like, oh my God, it's gonna happen again. It's gonna be all this controversy, and they're gonna score, and they're gonna win, and they're gonna go away laughing. They're gonna get away with it again. But in fact, this time they didn't get away. Very good substitutions by Spain. I think they wanted different type of profiles on, so they put on Nico Williams on the left side, who admittedly had some questionable decision making in the game, but I think they just wanted like a runner on the floor, and they put Ferran Torres up front. Just again, a different type of look to Oyarzabal, and it was those two combining at the end. Cross that came in from, was it Rodri or Marino?
Nico Williams.
No. The cross came from Pedro Porro.
Pedro Porro, yeah. Pedro Porro puts in a long cross into Nico Williams in the back post. He heads it back in, and make no mistake, it was a difficult finish. He needed to hit it hard. He needed to get it on target, and Ferran Torres, with his luscious, silky hair, just blasts it into the top bins. What a beautiful man, and what a beautiful goal. The celebrations, it was pure euphoria. I think it was like justice has been served, right? Like it felt so right. It felt so good. What a moment, man. What a moment. What a moment for Ferran Torres too. I think he's like one of the 4th substitute ever to score in the final. I think kind of like a Mario Götze type cameo what he had in Germany.
Right.
No, it's funny because it was a great finish.
I was just talking about the finish. It was
No.
fantastic.
No, I was just saying, like, with Ferran Torres, when he initially got his move to Barcelona, remember, I don't know if you guys remember those quotes where he said he was in, like, a deep, dark place. He got a sports psychologist to get out of it.
Yeah.
And he slowly started finding form. Because at the end of the day, we forget that they're like young men, bro. We're sitting here at our age, like 30s, and these guys are like 20-year-olds with that pressure. Think about it, right? How much it affects you. Everyone criticizing, everyone talking about it. 3 guys from Toronto sitting and criticizing, right? Right? It takes a huge toll on these guys. But at the end of the day, he had one of the greatest moments in Spanish national team history, up there with Iniesta. Pretty much the same thing, right? One of the greats. So shout out to Ferran Torres. I thought he had a great game. And yeah, all the subs, I think, from Spain's end did really well. Even Marino, I think when he came on, he missed that chance, which was, I couldn't believe he missed that chance in extra time once they went out of 10 men. You guys are lucky he missed. I know you guys were relieved at that. It's okay.
I was kind of down for it. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, I had a sigh of relief. I did not want to listen to this guy ranting about Marino.
Hey, I'll still do it, bro.
You will.
Who changed? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, but
shout out to
honestly,
Marino.
he had the
played well.
best chance. Marino had the best chance.
He did. He
Yeah.
did have the best chance. And I thought he was good overall. He was linking up play well.
He was great.
He
was great.
technically helped create the goal. Like if he isn't
Yeah.
there in front of the goalkeeper, the goal doesn't happen without him. It's again him being at the right place at the right time. He didn't even touch the ball, but his contribution was as good as an assist. Like
That's true.
I think Marino is one of those guys that I respect him so much. I think he's like genuinely, I'm such a big fan of him, and so anytime he comes on, I'm like, yo, I'm down. Pull some shit off again, bro. This guy is so clutch. But kind of we touched on it earlier, but the game was still a little bit dicey. Argentina had that great opportunity on the right side byline. Cross came in, and it was a great deflection from the Spanish defender, Laporte. Even with the red card, Argentina wasn't able to get over the line. Did you see the clip where Cucurella's talking to Messi, and he simply, as he's walking over, just goes like this in front of his face and comes down? He wasn't like talking behind his hand. He just got to put his hand up and down. Messi, like a little snitch he is, immediately turns around, puts his hand up, and he's like, yo, give him a red card, give him a red card. Enzo Fernandez, I think it was Enzo or McAllister, one of the two, weren't even anywhere near it, didn't see it. They just ride on Messi's coattails, and they're like, yeah, it's a foul, send him off. I'm like, man.
That's what they do. They come in herd, you know?
And it was during the Enzo red card, too, so they were, it's these, like, stupid, silly little cheap taxes. Like, why not try to win the right way? Anyways, whatever. Cry more. Messi can go home. Screw all those fans, bro. Honestly, screw all those players. They're all scum. But with that being said, yo, Messi, this tournament though, we can't not talk about this game without talking about how unbelievable Messi was, because we're not gonna see him again. I'm glad we at least got to see him walk away in a final. It's not like he has anything to be ashamed of. This man carried this team to where they are right now over the last two World Cups. But what a honor it was to watch him. What a player, man. What a player.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just think if it weren't for Messi, they would be nowhere near being in the finals. And everybody kind of said that, oh, you know what? No, they're a good team. They made it on merit with everybody. But this game clearly showed it was a one-man show.
Yeah. He was
nobody else. Yeah, like once you stop Messi, it's done.
Yeah.
And a team like Spain, they're gonna just completely nullify you, right? I think in our previous podcast we did predict that this is something that would happen if you let Spain play their game with their passes. They are gonna just kind of slowly kill you off. But what I didn't expect was how poor Argentina would be.
Yeah.
Right. I think first, I'm like, we can talk about how poor Argentina is, but we have to give our flowers to Spain at some point as well.
Yeah.
But Argentina, this game, it was just one of the worst performances in a final I've ever seen. So
People are saying ever.
Yeah.
It could be ever. Like, I don't know. I haven't gone back to watch the 1990 World Cup night. None of that, right? I'll say since like 06 when I fully remember games until now, that was the worst performance by a team in the finals, bar none. Everything we've talked about Argentina so far has been their antics, Messi snitching on Cucurella, the second yellow and Enzo Fernandez. It's baffling because we did give them credit that they come alive in the second half, that they when the going get tough, they kind of pull something out, but they did none of it. Once you stopped Messi, and Messi at the end of the day, he's 39 years old. He can't keep up the physicality for 120 minutes.
Yeah.
Argentina have great players. They have Lautaro Martinez. They have Julian Alvarez. Where were they? What did they do? Paredes is just a thug that plays in midfield. He has no technical ability. All he does is elbow people, push people,
Bashes.
be like bash people. And I'm sorry, bro. Your boy McAllister. What happened to him compared to last season?
Bro,
You-
he's
as a
fallen off the
Liverpool-
cliff.
Absolutely invisible.
Listen, he's fallen off the
As a
cliff.
Liverpool fan, tell me, like, how stark is the difference between what he was
It is
last season to now?
It is shocking. I don't know what's wrong, to be very honest. Because for Liverpool, he was terrible, and honestly, he played well with Argentina. You know, until now, up till the last game, He was fine, right?
He was good.
Yeah. He has just fallen off the cliff. He does not win his duels. He commits a lot of fouls, and sometimes, trust me, he can be really irritating. The way he tries to win a foul by just falling on the floor, and he does that antics. Even for Liverpool, I can tell. I'm not gonna shirk off, but yeah, he hasn't been up to par.
I think you can say that about the whole team, really. I think
Yeah.
the goalkeeper can hold his head up high. I thought Emi
think Emi
Martinez
Martinez
was
was
easily their best player.
Yeah.
I think otherwise, if it weren't for him, it would have been like 3-0, I think.
You can't really point a finger at any one player. It just seemed like the setup of the team, like it was just tactically, they were just completely outmatched.
It fell apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, right? Like when you look at the other side with Spain, right? Like especially like Luis de la Fuentes, he won the under-19s, the under-21s, he won the Nations League, he won the Euros. Now he's won the World Cup, and like I think we discussed this when we were together. He's come through that system.
Yeah.
You can see the difference between a coach that's kind of like knows the DNA of the team tactically from how to motivate them. And I'm not going to take anything away from Scaloni. His run, before this World Cup has been amazing, but it relied too much on just individuals. I don't think he set that team up for success, especially this tournament, compared to when you look at Spain. It's night and day. It's literally night and day. Everything we've said about Argentina, you flip that to the positives, you get everything we're going to say about Spain. What a team, man. What a team. We forget that they've only conceded one goal this entire tournament.
Throughout the tournament.
One goal this entire tournament. They've never gone down this entire tournament. And they've almost just waltzed their way into a World Cup. We sat here during the group stage, 0-0 to Cape Verde, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
4-0 Saudi Arabia, I'm not really thinking about it. But even when you look at their knockout stages, that was one of the toughest runs. Right? Who do they face? They face France in the semifinal. They face Belgium in the quarterfinals. Who do they face in the round of 16? Was it
Colombia?
No, not Colombia. It was Austria, which is like
No, they face Portugal.
no. Austria was around of 32. Portugal. There you go,
bro.
Oh, yeah.
Austria, Portugal, right?
Belgium,
France,
Yeah.
and
France.
Argentina.
and Argentina.
It's actually the opposite of Argentina's run. It was a gauntlet, bro.
It was a
Thrown
gauntlet.
into the fire.
Yeah.
And they came out of it, without any scratches really. Even the Portugal game, Portugal didn't really lay a glove on them.
Not at all.
That was a boring game. I'd say both of them were
was.
kind of going at it. And then obviously Mikel Merino makes a difference, but we have to credit this Spanish team, man. Because when we talk about that 2010 Spanish team, we consider them one of the greatest of all time. Look at the legends that they have.
Yeah.
This team, when you look around, maybe there aren't that many legends at club level.
Yeah.
But internationally, what they've done, if they win the Euros in 2 years, they've matched the legacy of that all-time national team.
Here's the scary thing about that, though. When that Spanish team did that, all of those guys were on their last rodeo.
Yes.
Puyol was out, Piqué was getting older, Sergio Ramos, sure, he was still there, but Iniesta, Busquets, they were all on their way out.
Yeah.
This Spain team, the two best players are still teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's just nuts. They have 3 goalkeepers, so they're not gonna run out there. They're a midfield machine. They're never gonna. Pedri's coming off the bench. He's young. Gavi's still on the bench. He's young. Marcus Llorente, who's I think would start for so many other teams, doesn't even see the pitch. There's so much talent there. This is only going to be a problem. But since we're talking about Spain, I got some stats about how legendary this team is. So you talked about how they only conceded 1 goal ever. It's the best record of all time. The 1998 France team had only conceded 2 goals, and there was one other team a couple of decades before that conceded 2 goals. This is a new record with an extra game, because this is an expanded format
true.
now.
Yeah, that's true.
So they played an extra game and conceded 1 less goal, just to take that to the next level. They're now at 38 matches unbeaten. Another fun fact: Cape Verde is the only team to not lose to Spain in this World Cup.
Hey, shout out Cape Verde, man.
Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. Vamos.
They're the fourth men's national team to hold a European Championship and the World Cup simultaneously. Two of the four are
Oh,
themselves.
Spain. That's crazy.
Shit.
De La Fuentes has completed the set, which is Nations League. I think he's the first person to do it. Nations League, Euros, and World Cup, essentially in a row. 2023 Nations League, 2024 Euros, and 2026 World Cup. This team is all-time great.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize it until they got to the final. I think it wasn't until that France game that it came to us, and it's like, yo,
Spain
they're
can
kind
do
of
it.
nice. Yeah.
I think the thing with all of us fans is we just get caught up in the attractive football.
Yep.
Right? When we look at France, the glitz and the dribbling and the
true.
goals and the egos of the players. And
Yep.
Spain were they just went about their business quietly. They were just really
Slither
good.
their way.
Just slithered their way in. And if we're talking about all-time teams, we have to talk about an all-time player, man. Rodri.
Oh,
This
bro.
guy is he's one of 11 players now to have won the Ballon d'Or, the World Cup, and the Champions League. He's won 4 league titles in a row.
Euros
He's
too.
won the treble. He was a player of the tournament in the Euros. He was a player of the tournament this World Cup, and he's deserved both of them.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Bro, his legacy is all time, bro. All time. And as an Arsenal fan, and I'm sure you as a Liverpool fan, and you as a Man United fan, saying this about a Man City player
About a Man
fucking
City
hurts, bro.
It does, but
It hurts, man.
you can't take the accolades of the man, bro. Like, and he
can't.
has won everything with Manchester City.
You know what's one thing I hate that's happening? This is gonna sidetrack a little bit, but one thing that I hate that's happening with Man City now is, I look back to those 2000s Arsenal teams I used to like hate them so much. It's like ew, like don't come near me, blah blah blah. And now it's always as a sign of respect, right? Like you speak only highly of Patrick Vieira, you only speak highly of Thierry Henry. I think we've gotten to the point in this Man City saga where they've been good for so long now that you think of guys like Rodri now, you can't hate him. He's just one of those guys. Like he just is one of the best to ever do it. We got to see his whole career, and I think we're getting to that point where guys like him and David Silva, for example, even if it's Man City, man, like I never thought I would do this, but you have to put your hands up and say these guys are just. So we'll do a whole episode about this, I think. Ranking the top 10 all-time midfielders, maybe. I think that's a good one that we could do later, but we got to have that conversation at some point, man, because I think we praise Modric a lot for making it to the finals. Rodri now propels himself into, like, I think tier 1 at this point in his position.
He's in those conversations.
Yeah,
He's easily in those conversations.
he's probably one of the
Because-
best midfielders of our generation, right?
I think our generation is arguably
Our
number
generation.
one.
Sorry,
Like our generation, he's arguably number one.
right? That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. Yeah,
Like
I think so.
I think Sergio Busquets, Modric, like that kind of midfield, like 6 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like even as much as I love like Stevie G, Lampard, they never
Sure.
did what Rodri did in the national level, right?
Yeah,
The legacy is bigger. The
legacy's
resume,
bigger.
the legacy,
The legacy's
they have,
bigger.
but he also has the individual accolades that they never got.
Ballon d'Or.
So he actually has him beat all around.
Yeah, and I will say this, like for example, when you build a team, if like I mentioned Stevie G and Lampard, I'd put them in the 8 and the 10 and whatnot. Rodri's a 6, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like his role at what he does, I'm trying to really like rack my brain over who could be better. Like
To be fair,
I don't know.
this profile of player hasn't really existed for a long time. Sixes were kind of underutilized back in the day, I feel like. So it kind of highlights his talent more. But regardless, he's in top 3 to 5 midfielders in general all time. When you talk about his position, the 6, you could make an argument he's arguably number 1 ever.
You can.
yeah.
You can. Because I don't know if another 6 has won the Ballon d'Or like he has. He's been the player of the tournament in the Euros and the World Cup back to back.
That's crazy.
Bro, the more I'm saying this, I'm like, what's going on, bro? Like I don't understand. But shout out to Rod, especially coming off an ACL injury. It's unbelievable what he did. But yeah, like Spain, he's been the driving force for that team for absolutely.
Absolute heartbeat of the team, through and
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
You know?
Was it? I thought Yamal was decent. He was trying. I was just really rooting for a goal. I just really wanted a Yamal goal, but he was still kind of pressuring the ball at 90 minutes. I think he had like a pretty solid game. No, he was making those kind of line breaking passes. It didn't necessarily get through, but he was one of the few guys that was actually kind of attempting something. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to Yamal because he wasn't as impactful as we thought, but he still did his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he was like a passenger in the game at all. I think he was.
No.
He's a constant threat. Lamal's a constant
Always.
threat. Always, right? If he's on the pitch, you have to be wary of him, where he is, who he's gonna pass it to. So obviously he didn't have the tournament we all thought he would, but he's coming off an injury and he's a kid, man. Even that guy, he's won a Euros and a World Cup before 19.
He's if he wins Champions League next season, he's won everything.
Shit.
Yeah, except like a Ballon d'Or, but that'll come.
That'll come too, yeah. As long as team accomplishments go, he's won everything. He's already accomplished what Messi's done at 20 years old.
You
It's
shouldn't have said that.
he. Did you guys see the clip of him going up to Messi at the end? Messi was kind of like hands on knees, looking super disappointed,
Yeah.
and Yamal, the 19-year-old, goes up to him.
Consoling.
Messi puts his heads up. He kind of daps him up, gives him a word, and it's like, yo, what is going on here? It's almost like this like passing of the torch, the Barcelona legend to the Barcelona new boy. Because Yamal could have that type of legacy, man. I think he could be that good if you compare his stats, him versus Messi at their age. He's played like 3 times as many minutes as he has, the goal contributions, everything. So he's on track to being like arguably, potentially, GOAT level. He's on track. I described him as the Wemby of soccer, in a sense that it's just a young guy that just doesn't make sense. That's the only way I can describe him.
He's just so good, yeah.
He's just so good. It doesn't make sense how good he is for his age. But what a tournament it was. Okay.
Oh,
So
I just want to mention, did you, like, just about the World Cup celebrations, did you see how Trump was still trying to be in the fucking picture?
Yo, I just buried my face.
God.
You know, I could not see it. Like,
I actually felt bad for Infantino because he
had
was
to drag him
trying.
out. He had to drag him out.
He actually couldn't. So then he was stuck up there too. He's like trying to pull him. He's just trying to like fake laugh, like, oh, haha, this is so funny. Bro, Trump's not a real person, bro. There's no way.
Dude, this guy is something else.
He's out of it, right? He's out of his depths.
Bro, did you see Marino in the back doing the Trump dance too?
No, I did not.
Yeah, because he was and Marino's like this. I'm like, dude, Trump, this guy literally,
There's
they were about
no
to raise a
way.
trophy, and I don't know who it was. They're telling Trump to move, and Trump's not moving. He's just standing in the corner, like being a part of the celebrations. And then Infantino's trying to drag him away. And you know what the craziest thing is? If you look at the Spanish team's Instagram, they crop Trump out of the photo.
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh
Bro.
my god, it's so embarrassing, bro.
Bro, he's cropped from every, major outlets, I guess. Like, whoever took that photo. Like,
I don't even. I'm so speechless by him sometimes. Like if South Park made like a skit about this, you would think it's too ridiculous, and
It
yet
happens every time, man.
he's the one that's doing it.
But yeah, I think other than that, great celebrations. It was great to see Spain win their World Cup, but again, Trump just tried to make it all about himself, man. But I'm glad they cropped him out of the picture and we were able to just watch
Yeah.
the cup going up, man. For real, that was so funny though. I was like, dude, what are you doing? Move on.
I wish he just fell down.
Dude.
You know? Like,
That's just not good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, before we move on, because we were talking about the post game stuff, there's 2 little post game things we got to talk about. I think it's worth mentioning Paredes being a total fucking idiot. I don't even know how it happens, but nothing needs to be that serious. At one point, he had Gavi just ragdolled across the floor, like throwing strikes at him.
A kid.
I don't know, man. It's just going back to what we already talked about. The Argentinian players just being sore winners and sore losers.
Yeah.
It was just, it's not good to see. I don't think I've ever seen that after a World Cup final. Usually teams are pretty cordial with each other. That's the beauty of the World Cup, man. Usually everyone just gets along. And somehow they find a way to fucking cause shit even after the game.
Yeah.
So
I
dumb.
don't know if you guys have seen the clip of, I think it's Molina, where I think Rodri or someone else is running past him and he just sticks his arm out to punch him in the chest.
Oh,
It
no
was
way.
terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Molina. Yeah.
This was after the
Rodri
game?
was
After the game.
after the game. Yeah.
Oh.
He
So,
almost
I don't
punched
know if it was
Rodri. He
Rodri,
almost punched. It was Rodri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Rodri. Yeah.
On the chest.
Literally, Rodri's running past and trying to celebrate with his team. This guy just puts his arm out to just punch him.
This is
It's man.
disgusting. man.
That
No,
sums
like, I
up their
have to say,
mentality. That sums up their
Bro,
mentality.
like they're disgracing the game, man. What you know? Again, like I have to say this. We've talked for almost half an hour about this finals. What is one footballing thing we've said about Argentina? What can we say?
Nothing.
We have nothing to say. A good cross, a pass.
No.
We talked about Emi Martinez making some saves, but that was
Nada.
it. And then after that, you pull off this crap. It's embarrassing, man. It is embarrassing. People who are watching the sport for the first time, they'll probably watch this and be like, "What the hell are these guys doing?"
Rowdy.
Yeah.
Nah, it's an absolute joke, bro. Paradise, I hate that guy. I don't even know how he's a footballer, man.
He looks like a.
What has he done this whole World Cup other than punch people up? Man, whatever, bro. Sorry, I just had to get that up.
No, that's fine.
Bro, I feel you, bro. That's exactly how I feel. It's like there's just no redeeming qualities to them. And I want to say, like, Anurup talked about this a little bit, like how dependent they are on Messi. What does this mean for Argentina now going forward? Like, I think without Messi, everything was built around Messi, which we gave them credit for. But they didn't win, and the plan didn't work. I can't imagine next World Cup this team is anywhere close to competing for a World Cup in 4 years' time. I think they're gonna have a bit of a rebuild to do right now.
Yeah. And I don't see any upcoming stars from Argentina either, right? Like, obviously, you cannot replace the GOAT. But
Of
you know what?
course, of course.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what I was thinking before, and I'm like, will this be the downfall of Argentina? Will we not see them play a World Cup next time? I don't know, because they're super dependent. I mean, they will, but they won't reach. They I don't think so.
Especially in South America, like they'll qualify like for sure.
Of course, play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
that's
just-
the
yeah.
that's the only thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like when you look at, I'd say maybe Nico Paz gets more involved. Julian Alvarez will be what? He'll be like 31 at that time. Lautaro Martinez will be older. I think Mastan Tuono, I think that might be a young player who might need to kind of
Yeah.
step up from Real Madrid. Those are the only names that are kind of popping in my head.
Right.
But that's going to be a huge gap to fill. And if they don't watch out and get a... I think this is Scaloni's last tournament.
Yeah.
I think they need like a cultural reset. Because as much as people will say, you know what, they made the finals. But let's be real. We all watched them play. They didn't play with any set identity. They didn't have... You can't associate an identity with Argentina other than being physical and being thugs. Which is
Yeah.
not what you want, right? If you're trying to grow as a team, you're trying to develop young players. So it's up to them to kind of nurture their talent and build an identity in terms of football, not anything else. So, yeah, I don't see them getting to these heights again. Maybe they might go through a lull. But the way they've been acting, I'm happy about it, I guess. Like, we don't want to see that again, being punched up and throwing kids to the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Be a sportsman, man. Congratulate the worthy winners and move on. Like, have some class, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Other than Messi, everybody
Yeah.
else was just
A
absolutely
disgrace.
terrible. It was a
could-
disgrace.
I kept saying it's like a lot of people say, "Oh, you're hating on Argentina because it's Messi," and it's like Messi deserves everything he gets. Argentina doesn't deserve Messi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I almost wish Messi played for like Italy or whoever else, because I think it would have made it so much easier to make him likable, because he is. There's nothing wrong about Messi. He doesn't do any of that stuff. Even when I joke about it, but really he doesn't get involved in any of that stuff. It's just the people around him. So you can't hold it against him, but I just wish it was for a better team. But hey, he's still one of the best to do it. He's taken a team like that to the greatest heights. So it's, again, more credit to Messi if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
All right, boys. Talked a lot about the World Cup final. The World Cup is now done. 6 weeks, 48 teams for the first time ever, 308 goals. And of all that chaos, we're going to pick the 11 best players that played at this World Cup 2026. Every positions, we're gonna go position by position. We're gonna kind of figure out amongst ourselves. We want to go with the 4-4-3, 4-3-3, 4-4-2, and see who makes our team of the tournament for World Cup 2026. So I'm gonna start it off with the goalkeeper. And you know what? I'm already gonna get controversial here, because I know you guys are thinking, "Oh, the guy with the most clean sheets, he's the one that has to win it. He must win it." I am going to slightly disagree. Okay, I'm coming out there. I know Unai Simon's the favorite to do this. I'm gonna disagree right away, because if you look at the stats, he made, I believe, 9 saves in the whole tournament. So I think a lot of the plaudits Simon's gotten isn't actually his shot stopping ability. It's just being a part of an elite defense. My pick for this is actually one of Vozinha or Kobel. I'll explain Kobel first. Kobel actually had the highest amount of XG prevented, and he had 20 saves. And we saw how good Switzerland was defensively.
Yep.
They were, but a lot came to Kobel saving their ass too. And they made it as deep as they did. So I just wanted to give him credit. Vozinha, pure vibes. That shit he was doing against Argentina, bro, crazy. I just wanted to give him a shout out. But you know what? I'm not going to be totally against you guys if you want to go Unai Simon. I just wanted to lay it out. But I don't know. Anyone did I miss? Any? Bono.
Bono was great.
Who's the Norway goalkeeper?
Iranian, Ali Reza.
Ali Reza. Who's the Norway goalkeeper? Nyland?
Nah, I thought Nyland, he had a few good games, but I didn't have him on my list.
He had a couple of those performances that stood out.
But it was just, I think against England, he was a bit shaky.
Emi Martinez. We got to give a shout out to Emi Martinez.
He made like 9 saves
Yeah, sure.
in the final game.
And he had the penalties shootout too. That was the big thing for him.
Yeah.
Who did
He
you
made
have on, like?
Even Costa was, good because
That's a great show.
Because
That is a good show,
Portugal's defense was shite, and he is one of my
Yeah.
picks. So I would obviously,
Yeah.
he was one of my picks. Not he. I didn't pick him eventually, but I was this close.
So who are we leaning towards right now? I think obviously Unai Simon's the favorite. I know he won the Golden Glove, but I totally understand the idea of giving it to the best goalie of the best defense, but does Kobel or does Vozinha have a shout? Like I'm 50-50. Like I can be swayed either way, I think.
So my list, basically, like my candidates for this were Vozinha, it was Ali Reza, Bono, but the winner was Kobel. Unai Simon wasn't,
really?
Unai Simon wasn't even on my list. To be
Yes.
What? Okay.
Yes.
Because I think if for example, again, Unai Simon did his job. He claimed his crosses. He did what he had to do, but the defense in front of him was so strong. But the thing with Kobel is it's the same. Like, yeah, he had 20 saves. I think tied second in the tournament. He had a 75% pass completion rate, which is really good for a goalkeeper. He was man of the match against Colombia, and one of the penalty saves he had was one of the best penalty saves I've seen.
Yeah.
He just completely dove to the left.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yes.
Against us, remember the game against us? He was unbelievable that game as well. The game against Argentina, when Switzerland went down to 10 men, Argentina couldn't score until Julian Alvarez popped it to an unsavable worldie. Until then, he's so proactive, Kobel. He gets across at the right time. He closes out his attacker right when they come in. I thought he's had an unbelievable tournament. For me, it was really close between Kobel and Vozinha. Because Vozinha is... what's going to happen is if you look at this when you look back at this World Cup, you're going to think about Vozinha right away.
I won't
You're not
remember
gonna
Kobel.
think
You're 100% right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, he is the story of this World Cup, right? He had great performances. I'm not saying he's just a vibe player. He had unreal performances.
Yeah.
He was really good. So I went Kobel, but I wouldn't be mad if it's Vozinha. So either or, I'm okay. Like I don't really.
Especially against Spain, Vozinha's class just showed. He was
100%.
I'm I'm going with Vozinha. For me, a goalkeeper, like if you have a good defense in front of you, it makes a world of a difference. Vozinha had the opposite of that. He had a handicap in front of him. He had the most difficult situations, and sure, this is hindsight a little bit, but a big reason Spain and Cape Verde were 0-0 was because of him.
Because of him,
They
absolutely.
took points off the eventual world champions. For a country like that, that's no joke. And his shot stopping ability is actually unreal, bro. I think he's what, 39 or something? He's old.
Almost 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's absolutely unreal.
Let me see. He's 40. He's
Yes.
40. Not even 39.
So yeah, like
Let's lock him in. Are we going with
Are we-
Vozinha or are we going with Kobo? I don't know. You can kind of be the.
You know what, bro? I had like 3 selections. I had Vozinha, I had Costa, and I had
Yeah.
Unai Simon for obvious reasons. So the reason why I picked Costa, I mean, you guys will say that I'm biased, because of my wife,
No.
but
no,
not
no, no,
really.
no, no,
No.
No.
Because again, shit defense right in front of him. He had a lot of work to do right from the get go, and his save, like when I pulled up the stats, his save percentage is just a tad bit below Unai Simon. Like it's like 87%, and like his saves per 90 is 3.8. Like his stats are up there, and he's like top 3 when it comes to goals prevented as well. First is Kobel, by the way. That was a great shout by
Yep.
Ireland. So he's there, like up there with all the best performing keepers. So that's one of the reasons why he was very close. But Vozinha was he was there. I had to choose Vozinha, especially he had the balls to make such saves, and remember he was trying to just trick Argentinian players like Martinez when he was going to charge towards him, and he was just like to a point where
I
I
remember-
literally
I know
thought
exactly what you're talking about.
he would fuck up.
Yeah.
He is just
Yep.
a split second away from making a howler, but he pulled it off. And you need a lot of confidence. That's a man with a lot of confidence, and he's from Cape Verde, boys.
Yeah.
All right, let's lock it in. We're
Vozinha.
going
We're going Vozinha,
with
right?
Vozinha. I love
Let's
it.
go.
This is the start that I wanted.
Let's go.
Let's talk about the right backs now. I'll just start with the honorable mentions here. The Norwegian right back, what was his name? Ryerson. I thought he had a solid World Cup. Little shout out to Molina. He did just consistent for Argentina. He was really good. But I think realistically, if I'm not mistaken, it comes down to 2 people, right? It's between Hakimi and Pedro Porro.
Absolutely.
Those are.
Bang on. Yeah.
I had another name that
Really?
is that what you
Please.
both had?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
for me, it was-
I was struggling to think of anyone else.
Yeah.
Who'd you have on Roop? You had Hakimi
I had
and thing too.
I had Hakimi. I had Hakimi because
Wow.
yeah, 2 assists. Sorry, 2 assists and a goal. He scored a goal as well, right?
Okay.
And he was great through and through. And
Wait,
especially
hold on.
against us.
Before we talk about Hakimi and Porro, I still want to talk about the honorable mentions. Arvin, you sound like you got someone else. I think we're forgetting someone.
For me, Daniel Munoz was
Oh,
a big player for
okay.
For Colombia.
Okay.
He was a man of the match. He had a late game winner, 2 goals. I thought he was he was one of their best players. So when I thought of right backs, my pick is I don't know if we're getting into picks yet.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, my pick is Pedro Porro. It has to be Pedro Porro. I think I tried to sit there because the first name that came to my mind was Pedro Porro, and then I thought, because I remember Daniel Munoz scoring a winner, and then I remember every time I watched Colombia, he was really good, right?
Yeah.
And I think he won man of the. I don't remember who he scored the winner against, but he was man of the match that game. So yeah, I thought Daniel Munoz definitely deserved a shout. I thought Hakimi, to be honest, he was great, but he didn't hit his level. If that makes sense, I thought he.
I
Was,
think I do
he was-
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like he
But
was
his-
good, but he wasn't like.
but he's even his 7 out of 10 is still arguably the best at his position in
Yeah.
the world. And again, his stats really back it up. Because one thing with Hakimi though is the team does almost play through him. So some of the metrics look better on Hakimi than it does on Pedro Porro in terms of chance creation, forward passes, line breaking passes. Hakimi just gets the ball more, so his stats kind of overrate him. I had the opposite as you, Arvin. Initially, I went Hakimi. Then I thought about it more and I looked into it a bit more. especially the semifinals and finals, you have to weigh those performances. I changed my mind. I think it's got to be Pedro Porro, especially in the finals. He was excellent in the finals, man. And the semifinal, the goal, just also with one goal and 2 assists, just like Hakimi, but doing it at a bigger stage when it was even more important. Arguably one of the reasons the team even got over the line. So for me, he stole it from Hakimi. I'll say that. I think over the last 2 games, he took that away from Hakimi.
Absolutely.
He was man of the match against France.
Yep,
Pedro Porro
exactly.
was man of the match.
Porro was.
Yep.
It's and even the goal that Spain scored against Argentina, he had the pre-assist. Like he's been
Yep.
unreal,
Yes.
man. He's been unreal,
Yes.
right?
That was a cross that got it in. Like he was the one that made the important
Yeah.
chance
Crosses.
creation. The chance
Yeah.
creation came from him, as much as we talk about that. So, are we okay with that? We're gonna lock in Pedro Porro right back. I think it
Let's
is
lock in.
very well deserved.
Yeah. Wait.
Let's make the next one quick. Let's talk about the left backs. There weren't, again, fullbacks a bit on the lighter side, I think, this year. The big nomination, obviously, I think the standout this whole tournament has been Marc Cucurella.
Yep.
A little shout out to Nuno Mendes as well. Again, you talk about a guy that didn't hit his level. He was way below his level, but I think someone of his quality is still pretty damn good.
It's a good shout though. But
Even for his, standards. Any other shouts? Hernandez from France. I think not a lot of standout left back performances. Nothing, no highlights, no big goals, nothing like that.
I think the only thing I disagree with you on is, for me, was Cucurella number one.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought Nuno Mendes was really good. I thought
He
he was
was.
Portugal's best player, in my opinion.
he was by a mile. Yeah. No,
He
no.
was.
He was.
I think he was. I think
Okay.
even against Spain, when he went off, is when the whole thing went to shit.
Yep. It was.
Right?
him
He got
though.
injured, he went off.
He got
Yeah.
injured.
He got injured, and you're like, okay, this is done, right?
Yeah.
Because he was a threat. He was a threat. I think what's the game they scored? Uzbekistan, he was good.
Yeah,
even
you're
against
right, actually.
Croatia, he was one of their best players, I'd say.
Yeah.
So yeah, like for me, it was between Nuno Mendes and Cucurella.
Right.
But
He put up a really good performance against Croatia. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Portugal could see that game through without him. That's a good shout, man. I did not even think
Yeah.
about Nuno Mendes.
Hey man, I'm telling you, bro, that's your Portuguese thing, bro. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's Cucurella
Cucurella.
with the paella.
For me, it was, yeah. He sang that again, right? Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we're locking in Cucurella as the left back. Simple enough. Again, I think center backs, I think one of them is a clear cut choice. We talked about him a little bit already, and it's going to be... I'm just going to get this out of the way. I'm just making an assumption that you guys also have him in there. Pau Cubarsí, can we just
100%.
lock him in?
Lock him.
Let's lock him in. Lock him in.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I think the second position's a little bit interesting, no? Couple of Argentina guys to shout out. I think
Yeah.
either of them can make a shout here. Lissandro Martinez, I think, was more impactful with the ball at his feet. He had a goal and an assist in that Cape Verde game. Had a lot of impact that way. Romero also had that clutch goal. I think more of like a physical presence, aerial threat in their backline. They were both super solid. So I think you can very realistically make an argument for either of them. I think outside of that, looking at Spain's center back partner, Laporte, we were all talking about it. Came out of nowhere. He was really good. What other teams do we want to shout out? Because I think England, they kind of rotated their center backs, but I don't think any one of them was particularly at the levels of these guys.
Nope.
I thought Saliba was awesome.
He was.
I think Saliba was like, I would have almost argued to put Saliba on this team. I thought he was so good, especially because I don't rate Upamecano as much at all. But obviously with the injury and the team, they look different without him on the field too. So he's definitely in a shout there, but I don't know if he gets in the cut over the Argentina guys. But anyone else?
No, I cannot think of anyone else, actually.
Like, yeah, my list was basically Martinez, Laporte, I thought Upamecano and Saliba were pretty good. Like, they were kind of both in contention for me. For me, Ruben Diaz deserves a shout out. I thought, again, he was one of Portugal's most consistent players.
Yeah.
I don't think he put a foot wrong, so he's a name I'd like to chuck in there. Another name that popped in my head, Mbakazi from South Africa, just for vibes. Shout out Mbakazi, man. We will forever remember, bro. But yeah, I think I went with Lisandro Martinez over Romero because I think I remember saying this 2 episodes ago. I think he's been Argentina's second best player after Messi, even going forward, which is crazy. I think he's had a lot of passes. He's almost scored that scissor kick. He scored that goal against Cape Verde, I believe.
Or and an
Egypt.
assist. And an
Cape Verde
assist.
Egypt. And an assist. So
Cape Verde. It was Cape Verde.
It was Cape Verde. So yeah, for me it was Lisandro Martinez.
Yeah.
And for me the partnership was Martinez and Kubarsi.
Yeah. For me, I was again in a dilemma whether to select Romero or Lisandro Martinez, because Romero, for me, I thought he was really impactful throughout.
Fair.
You know, because Martinez didn't play. I think both of them didn't play one game. They missed a game each, right? Again, defensively it was Romero, but impactful it is Martinez because of the goal and the assist that he got in Cape Verde game. He was clutch, and you know, so I went with Martinez, but you know.
Okay, so I think we all went for Martinez, so let's lock in Martinez. I thought there was going to be a little bit more of a discussion, Laporte, Romero, but I like it. I wanted one of my United boys in there, so I'll take it.
Of course.
I'm going to breeze past the next one. I'm not even going to tell you guys who the 6 is. I'm just typing his name down on the team sheet, and let's move on. Yeah, it's Rodri. It's not even close. I will say I thought Elliot Anderson was good this tournament. Very solid. Did exactly what his role needed to be, and it's a player profile that England hasn't had in a long time. They thought Calvin Phillips was going to be that type of player. Never ended up being a big-time player. This was what England needed for a long time, so just shout out Elliot Anderson, but it's Rodri. Let's move on.
Let's go.
All right. Now the 8 and the 10. I think this is interesting. And I'm going to be honest, I did a little bit of argy-bargy with the positions to make my team work. So I don't even know where to begin. One guy, I don't know why, came up to mind first was Bruno G. I thought Bruno G was awesome this tournament. He was really good. And I hope he doesn't go to Arsenal. So there's that. Say what you want about Enzo Fernandez. I did think he was very good this tournament. The clutch goals, the big time moments, plays with the motor nonstop. Enzo's definitely there. Fabian Ruiz, we talked about a lot last episode. Didn't even start the first game into being arguably one of their most important players in the midfield. Just completely changed that midfield when him and Rodri played together. Here's the part where I'm going a bit rogue. Can we put Jude Bellingham in contention for this position?
You know what? I was thinking the same because I want him to be there because he's so flexible, bro. Like he can be
the rest of the team
number
work.
8. He can play number 8. He played number 10.
But
I would put him in.
He didn't, but he can.
He can. He can.
Okay.
He can.
But okay, if not him, Declan Rice is another shout. Who is there like a clear cut 8?
Jude.
It's got to be Jude. Okay,
yeah,
are we on
Jude.
Jude? Because Jude's really a 10. He really is a 10, but he can play 8.
I have another.
But Jude deserves to be on this team, though.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Dude,
Absolutely.
7 goals? Are you kidding me?
No. Jude had the best individual performance in this World Cup.
Yeah.
That performance against Mexico was the best performance by a player in this World Cup.
Bro, he was.
Full on
He couldn't even walk at the end of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jude's.
I know. Did you say you had someone else?
No,
did, right?
it was Jude for me in number 8. Honestly, I
Okay.
had like
Yeah,
I had
Jude is number
Declan.
8
I
as
was
well.
I was okay. I had 3. I had Declan Rice. I had Enzo, and I had Jude. Because I wanted to shoehorn. I wanted to shoehorn Jude into this position because I wanted somebody else to play number 10.
Yeah. Okay, we're all doing the same thing. I'm so glad we're in line. Declan Rice does deserve a shout out, by the way. I am sad he was hurt in that Norway game, but he was really good. And even if you look at his metrics, he's someone that covered a lot of grass, made those passes, won a lot of duels. He did what you expect an 8 to do. So quick shout out to the boy Deku. But Jude B, he's got to be in the team. What a tournament. Record for most goals for an English player in a tournament. Like, all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay. For the 10. Technically, Messi's a 10. Technically. Because they play a 4-4-2. Hear me out. Let me cook. Let me cook for a second. They play a 4-4-2, and Alvarez is their striker, and Messi's the 10. Right?
Yeah.
So Messi, although he leans to the right, we can put him at the 10 position so we can put someone else at right wing.
Nah.
I wouldn't. I didn't do that. I wouldn't do that. I haven't.
Nah, bruh.
I have another shout out for number 10,
Who?
Go for it.
Olise.
Wait,
My-
I in my head, Olise is the right wing.
At least it's 10, bro.
He's 10. Like, but because I had somebody, I had
He
to show on
plays
somebody
more
else.
on the wing than Messi
He
does.
He does.
He's
like-
he's at the end. He's
I'm
more of a right
shoehorning.
winger than.
No.
Sal,
No.
I'm
But,
shoehorning him.
no. I don't think, Arup, I don't think you're shoehorning. Because if you look at where they played their best, Messi played best at right wing. Olise played best at 10.
At 10. He got majority of his
Okay,
assists.
whatever. We're this is all semantics.
Yeah. But guys, I'll say this. I didn't have a 10.
Really?
I have
No, what?
Rodri.
No.
No. I have Rodri, Jude, and I know you guys are gonna roast me for this. I know the comments are gonna kill me. I have Martin Odegaard.
You know what? That's not a bad shout.
No, hold
No,
on.
it is a bad shout.
No.
Bro. What do you?
No,
How do
no.
you make this
Okay.
work then?
Hold on. All right. So I'm playing a 4-3-3, 6 Rodri, Jude in the 10-8, and Martin Odegaard. You
Okay.
brought up Bruno G, right? Who said he had a great tournament. He had 4 goal contributions. Martin Odegaard 4 goal contributions. When they played against Brazil with the midfield of Casemiro and Bruno G, who was the best midfielder on the pitch?
Them, man.
He cooked them. He absolutely cooked them, right?
Yeah.
I can't deny that.
Every game that Norway had, he was their sole conductor. He has the same goal contributions as Bruno G that you mentioned. I think he had 3 goal contributions in a row, all in knockout games, big games. Against England, he was arguably the best player on the pitch. And again, the only other guy you can put in is Olise. But hear me out about Olise. Olise is my favorite player to watch. But if you look, I have it up here, right? If you look at, he has 7 assists, right?
Yep.
He
The
had
record.
he had the record, which is
Pele.
which is great,
Beats-
right? He had one assist against Senegal. He had 2 assists against Iraq, 0 against Norway, 2 against Sweden in the round of 32, round of 16, 0 goal contributions,
Yeah.
round of quarterfinal, 0 contributions, against Spain, 0 contributions, and 2 assists in a third place game that's a consolation game.
Yeah.
So the big games, Olise
he didn't
disappeared.
show up. He didn't show up.
He didn't show up. Odegaard, in the other hand, against England, he was the best player. Brazil, he was the best player. Senegal, he had an assist, one of the best players. So people can call me biased as much as they want, but when you break it down that way, who showed up in big moments, the importance to their team, and how much of an overall tournament that he had, Martin Odegaard deserves a shout. He's in my team as my choice. I understand maybe he won't make the team, but I don't think it's something you can just chuck away.
He deserves a shout, but
No.
I rest my case.
I'm not. I was never gonna say Martin Odegaard was bad. I've even said on multiple occasions he was. I agreed with you there. He was the best player on the pitch, the most important player for Norway. Like, I will agree with all of that. It's a record-breaking season from Olise. Like, wherever it comes,
He was
It's-
stat padding, bro. Like, when you look at the importance to their teams, and it's not everything about it is goal contributions. When you watch Martin Odegaard, the way he just orchestrated the entire game, it wasn't just about a record-breaking. It's like, I don't know, man. I get it. I knew this was going to be a rogue shout, but I really couldn't not put him in my team. I really couldn't.
I don't hate it. It's just, to me, like, Olise is just a better player. Like, I understand the importance argument, but then if we start talking about importance argument, then we got to start throwing, like, Xhaka and stuff into this conversation and how important he was for Switzerland. Like,
I don't think that's the same,
I-
though, because Odegaard's had a better tournament than Olise. I'd make that argument. He has as a player. Not everything's about output in his position, man. Not everything's about assists or goals.
But that's disingenuous to Olise too, though. Olise is more than just his assist too. He is such a dangerous threat all the time.
No, he was stringing
not
passes.
not against the teams when it really mattered. He was ghost against Morocco, ghost, Paraguay, ghost, Spain. Don't even get me started. He's one of the worst players on the pitch.
Spain was the worst performance by Olise.
That's all I'm saying.
Morocco's game, Arwen.
Bro, did he? What
He
did
did not
do
score or
against
assist, but he was not bad at all.
But he's
right?
always involved in that offense, pushing the ball up,
Exactly.
Hey.
He's always involved.
being a threat. Like
Contribution to the goal, he's always
his
there.
ball
He may
carrying
not-
is so dangerous.
Yeah.
Like
You know what?
I love Odegaard. I do.
Yeah. Bro, it's a
And
legit
he deserves the shout. He absolutely
Okay.
deserves the shout. But Olise is just different gravy, bro. Olise
Yeah,
is
he
just
is.
Fair. That's totally fair.
He
I just
doesn't have to directly
literally
be
this-
involved in the goal, Arwen. That's what I think
That's-
they're trying to say, right, Sal?
No, I agree.
That's what
You
I'm
know
trying
what?
to
That's
imply.
that, like I'm not trying to shit on Olise, but Odegaard has a real shout. That's all I
Absolutely.
want to say.
absolutely. And I don't think anyone can
No.
disregard that. So, but are you on my side with this one?
Bro, I
Are we
have
going-
selected Olise, so
We're going Olise, and then right wing. He
Yo,
almost had me. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. For a second, I was
Hey.
like,
he's a fucking salesman.
Yo.
He's a snake. He's a snake oil salesman. No, I'm kidding.
Bro, I was literally spitting facts.
Yeah, you are.
I just pulled out the numbers.
Just when it
bro.
comes to
That's all I
Marino,
was
but
doing.
it's okay. No.
I know it was a good argument. It was a good argument. Had me thinking.
No.
But I just.
Hey, Arwen, even I thought of Odegaard.
Hey, respect, man.
I'm not
Shut
even
up.
doing this because he's an Arsenal player. Like I genuinely
No,
just
100 no.
marginally like the fact that I even compare Odegaard to Elise is like a compliment. Like that's me giving him a compliment because I hold Elise at like the highest regard. Okay, so right wing Messi, we kind of got those two locked in. I feel like we might maybe we're all on the same page.
We have to be.
For me,
Mbappe is not my striker.
no.
And Mbappe's not my striker either.
Wait, I have a question. Anurup, who did you put at left wing?
Hang on, no, sorry. No, I put okay, never mind. You go ahead and I'll explain my rationale later on. I have a completely different setup. You guys can call me.
No.
Delulu.
Maybe we're all on the same. I think the
No.
viewers and me are thinking the same thing. I think me and Arvin are thinking the same thing, and I think you might be thinking the same thing. So say what you're gonna say. Share it.
I'm not. And sorry, I did not mean to say I put Mbappe as a striker. Okay, fuck. All right. So you can make an argument that
Okay.
Dembele can play
What?
on the right as well, right?
Okay.
This has
okay.
thrown me for a loop, but I'm in. Talk to me.
Listen, he
Okay.
has this. He scored a hat trick. I know he was not super impactful, in when it was needed. So I had him, bro. Again, I was confused between putting Messi or Dembele there, but I had to put Dembele on the right.
You put
put
Dembele on the
And
right, then where's Messi?
Messi as the striker, and Mbappe on the left.
Wow.
What? Yo, Arvin, let's get on.
What the fuck? Ru. Whoa.
Holland, baby, Holland striker.
Yo.
Mbappe left wing.
I know, bro.
Yo,
Haaland was
we
like-
gotta have Holland on the
gotta have
team, bro.
You
Just
give-
for the culture.
and the vibes.
Dude, I'm
Yo,
shocked.
I was
yo,
confused.
like,
It was hard for me.
Dembele
Guys,
is
guys,
no
guys.
joke.
Like,
Dembele
it's
is
a
no
good
joke.
shout.
6 goals,
Yeah.
like any other time, I think
Oh,
he
it was
gets
6.
in.
I thought it was 7.
But
6 goals.
unfortunately, his competition is Holland and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Holland, who outscored him, and then Mbappe, obviously, the highest goal scorer of all time.
You can't drop him.
Again, Dembele is actually a really good shout here. It's just, I think, Mbappe's in, right? Can we just agree Mbappe
Mbappe's
has
in.
to be on this team
He
no matter what
has to
position?
be.
Okay, he's in.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like any of the left wingers were that good that I could keep Mbappe at striker and put him at left wing and not have Haaland on my team. I just felt
Yeah,
like
I agree.
for more than what he did on the pitch. Actually, no. Let's talk about what he did on the pitch, bro. That performance against Brazil, bro, against Brazil. Like this is, I don't, the casual fans maybe didn't even take in the gravity of that situation to score 2 goals like that against Brazil in the manner to do it, just shitting on Gabriel again,
Bro, that
just
was
aura farming, super nonchalant.
something.
Like it was an unbelievable performance, and then off the pitch, bro, this guy just stole every like he was fanboy number 1, I think, of the whole world at this point. Like he
Oh,
gained
yeah.
like what, damn near 30 million followers. Everyone at work knows who Haaland is. They're all rowing and all this shit. Like he changed the whole World Cup, bro. I
Yeah.
think he has to be on the team.
Absolutely.
to.
No. He has to be. Like I agree with you guys. I don't know.
No, wait.
I
So,
wanna
like, what was your reasoning? Like, you just liked the hat trick that Dembele scored more?
Yeah,
Like, what was the...
I'm like, can I just ignore the hat trick? You know. But again, it was against a
fair.
weak Norwegian team, right?
It was against Norway, but yeah, they benched Odegaard.
benched Haaland.
They
See,
benched Haaland. Yeah.
I don't think
Haaland was my preferred striker initially, but then I had to do a lot of thinking, you know.
Fair,
but
that's totally fair.
I just
I don't think a hat trick should be a litmus test if someone should get into the team because Jonathan David has a hat trick. And
That's true. That's true.
Bukayo Saka has a hat trick.
Because
well, that one at least was like at least half
for the bronze.
decent, and he
Yeah, then why are we counting Olise? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Shut up.
Nah,
Yo,
don't do
hold on.
this.
Also, Saka, me and Saka not cool right now. Because what you mean you can score a hat trick in the 3rd place match, but you can't even show on for a little cameo in the semifinals? What's going on? Is it too cool?
That's 1,000%. Saka came out after the game. He's like, "Yo, I could have played."
Seriously, he said that?
Yeah, he's like, I was ready to go. Like, he's like, I'm fully fit. He said that after the. He said it in one of the interviews after the 3rd place game.
Oh, you're kidding. Yo, you know what? Remember when I was like, you were saying Tuchel out, and then I was saying, no, he's better than Southgate? Nah, bruh.
Nah, fuck
Get,
Tuchel,
get him out of here, bro. How do you not play Saka? What the hell? Oh my god. Anyway, this is digressed. Left wing, we're putting in Mbappe. All right.
Did you guys have any like honorable mentions for different left wing, right wing, striker?
It's funny. I think I was surprised when I saw Lamine Yamal's like statistics. He was 2nd for the World Cup in chances created. He was top 5 for successful dribbles.
Yeah.
I think he almost had like a 4 xG or something. So his like impact was, I think, a lot more than we even realized. It's like what you said, Arvin, earlier. We're just used to like a 9 out of 10 from him every single time. When he gives you a 7.5, we're almost disappointed. When in reality, that's a great performance in a mere mortal's performance. So I think he deserves a shout.
Yeah.
We gave a couple of other shouts, right? Odegaard obviously at the top of that list. Dembele at the top of that list. Some of the defenders that we talked about. One guy that I wanted to shout out at left wing, that if I wanted to put a pure left winger in, this would have been my pick. It's Quinones at Mexico.
From Mexico, yeah.
Oh, from Mexico.
I thought in terms of as like a pure left winger, he was probably the best pure left winger. England caused nightmares for England. I thought he was really good, so that would be like kind of like my big shout out. And I have to shout out Harry Kane. He had he disappeared in the semifinal, but I won't say even disappeared. He did his thing.
Sal. Even against Mexico, he wasn't like he
scored a pen.
He scored
a pen.
He scored a pen, but
I think Mexico was worse. I think the semifinal he at least tried to get involved.
Yeah.
He sprayed the ball out to Morgan Rogers and stuff.
He was playing as a defender.
But the Congo game, the Congo was the Harry Kane game. So I think he deserves a shout out. He also got, I think, 6 goals. Again, good for top 5, just 1 less than Haaland. So it absolutely deserves a shout out. I think those are my couple of shout outs. What did you guys have?
Sure.
Anup, did you have anyone?
No,
or-
not really. I was thinking about Oyarzabal, but no, not really. He wouldn't make it to the striker category.
No,
For me,
not
like in
really.
terms of
No, not really.
attackers, for me, obviously Vinny. He was
Vinny's a
on the left.
great
On the
shout.
left.
on the
Yeah.
left, on Vinny. If it weren't for like this Mbappe Haaland thing,
Yeah,
he
it would
would've
be
gotten
Vinny.
it. Yeah, it would be Vini. If we're talking about true position,
Yeah.
Vini has to be left wing.
That's
But
actually I
in my-
completely forgot about Vinny. You're right.
Shout out to
like
he
Vini
he
has
had
to be there.
in.
For me, another one was Somerville. I thought Somerville
was great.
was great.
United are linked to
He-
him.
every time he came on for the Netherlands, I thought he played really well.
Yep.
He scored what three goals. He had an assist against Morocco. Unreal assist to Cody Gakpo. And another one, again, people might call me biased, but he's not an Arsenal player anymore. Trossard.
No, I was gonna say
Belgium's best-
Trossard.
No, bro, Trossard. made
He
a
was
huge
Belgium's
impact.
best player throughout the entire tournament.
Yep.
Yep.
Right,
I
even
agree.
the comeback against Senegal, he had the assist.
Yeah.
He was constantly creating. So those were kind of like my attacking shoutouts. But honestly, I wanted to put Vinny in because he was so fucking good. But Haaland has to be in, and Mbappe has to be in.
Yeah,
Like it's
listen.
like
Yeah.
For-
The front three is
forget
almost
mine.
like
Yeah,
a
it's
lock,
locked in.
Yeah.
honestly.
It is
Like,
actually locked in.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can't change.
Forget
that,
my
right? Like, you
Dembele,
can't change
guys.
that.
Haaland, woof. I'll roll with you guys. now.
Woof.
I'll roll with you guys.
this guy started barking, bro.
Yo, Rio, come here.
Say woof.
Oh, Rio will woof woof.
He's gonna woof woof.
Okay. Any last adjustments? Any other last shoutouts before we kind of announce the final team?
See, I'm trying to think. Like,
I'm trying to think on
those are
England.
kinda-
Oh, I have one shout out. This is I was thinking about before the show. My favorite DJ in the world, DJ Ed Spence. I thought I talked so much shit about him before, but I think that's one guy where you talk about playing for the badge, playing with passion, playing with aggression. Bro, he played with passion, man. He benched Nico O'Reilly. It's like insane to think about. Whether he played him on the left side, he played one game on the right side, just getting subbed on wherever, putting in a defensive work, did a great job on Messi. I just have to shout out DJ Ed.
The best tackle of the tournament
Oh, what a tackle, dude.
against Simeone. I'll never forget that.
That's my one little last England shout out, because I think if there's one guy in England who can walk out of this tournament with his head held high, it's DJ Ed Spence.
Yeah.
And Tottenham, man, Tottenham looking kind of juicy for next season, bro.
Right?
We'll see. We'll see how it
Tonali.
goes.
Until De Zerbi leaves in March because of some issue, man. I'm not. They do this all the time.
You never
All
know.
right, boys. We got our final World Cup 2026 team of the tournament, curated by us at VAR from Perfect. At goalkeeper, we went off the cuff a little bit. We picked our boy from Cape Verde, their leader, their captain, Vozinha. The big moments, the big storylines. He deserved a spot in this team. Our right back is Pedro Porro out of Spain. Consistent throughout the tournament, but really showed out in the semifinals and in the finals, getting key involvements in Spain's victory. And I think Spain's most consistent player of the tournament is their person who gets in at left back, which is Cucurella. Just stand out throughout the tournament, solid defensively, and didn't put a foot wrong on offense. At center backs, we have the Manchester United butcher, Lisandro Martinez, who was solid on defense, and also got contributions going forward at the Cape Verde game. And his center back partner, the young player of the tournament, Pau Kubarsi, just composure personified. Now moving up into the midfield, you can't talk about composure until you talk about the player of the tournament, Rodri in the six, with it might not be coming home, but Jude Bellingham was fantastic for England. He gets in the midfield spot in front of Rodri. And at the 10, it was the record-breaking performance from Michael Elise in France, getting 7 assists in the tournament, much to Arvin's despair. Odegaard just missing out.
Facts,
And our
bro,
front
facts.
three, we have to keep it simple with the front three, you know? It's the GOAT, Messi on the right side, the star boy of the whole tournament, the man who kind of stole everyone's hearts, Haaland at striker, and the all-time leading goals and assist leader in World Cup history, Kylian Mbappe at left wing. That's the VAR from Perfect World Cup 2026 team of the tournament.
I think you missed one midfielder. Jude, no?
No.
No, he said it.
Yeah, did you mention Jude?
He
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Maybe I zoned out.
He
Fuck,
said that
sorry.
he's not coming
Yeah,
home,
what
but
the fuck? Yeah. Fair. I was thinking about Odegaard too much.
it's
Oh
never
my
coming home.
goodness.
Mar-
I'm gonna say if Mikel Merino scored in the finals,
Number 9, bro.
screw Haaland, bro. Haaland's
Bro.
bun Haaland. Marino would have been in this team.
Oh, thank God. That was
I
the
would have been
biggest
so
relief for me.
yeah. I think
He
it's
would have deserved to be, bro.
usually when you have World Cup 11s, you have a lot more players from the winning nation. I think this was one of those teams where again we're kind of underestimating Spain a little bit, but I think we just did have unbelievable standout performances in this World Cup, right? We got so many different games, so many standout tournaments, and bro, what a World Cup it's been. I have to say, I think coming into this World Cup, when it was announced that USA was going to be hosting this World Cup, there was a lot of negativity around it. Oh, USA don't deserve it. Their fans won't care. The stadiums would be empty. All the political stuff that was going on behind the scenes. That wasn't the case.
No.
It wasn't that United States didn't deserve it. I think it's what they needed more than anything. I think for the first time in the world that we live in, we saw people celebrating together, getting along. Whether you're talking in the subway or at work, someone was talking about the World Cup. It brought everyone together. This was probably one of the most memorable World Cup tournaments that I can remember. So I'm honestly really sad to see it go. But I think this was something that North America needed. I think this is really going to propel football to the next level in this continent. They had it in 1994. It didn't make the same type of wave, but I'll say this, the World Cup was done right this time, and I think we're going to see the effects of this over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years as it becomes more of a mainstream sport here.
Yeah. Last but not least, shout out to the Canadian team, our home team. We made it to the round of 16.
That alone is like vibes. Like the fact that
Crazy,
happened
man. Unbelievable.
Right?
Yeah. Let's go Canada. We'll work on our chants next time we come
Yeah.
to the World Cup. But
Rowdy chants.
Rowdy chants, we'll come up with it. But hopefully, like Sal said, this grows the game a lot more in North America. And you guys support podcasts based out of North America like VAR from Perfect. That wraps the episode for today, where we've broken down the finals 1-0 to Spain. They've won their second World Cup in their history. And the final was hella boring. We've talked through it. We've made our VAR from Perfect team. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have, what are you waiting for? Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. We got shorts, we got comments, we got games, we got polls, we got everything for you. Once again, that's VAR from Perfect on all the social platforms. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll be back with, I don't know if I should maybe preview this, maybe one more World Cup based video. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun little trinkets in there, little awards, little things like that. It's going to be a fun video for sure. And then we're going to get into the meat. What's it? Meat and potatoes of it?
Meat and
The
potatoes.
Premier League. Oh, it's coming, baby.
Oh, can't
the
wait,
World Cup's
baby.
done.
Can't wait.
But now it's going to start again. But we're going to sign off for this episode. Peace out, everyone. Love y'all.
Peace.